Customer experience is every touch point with the brand. Before, after, wherever, whenever.
Marketers now, I mean, their job is literally to cover every single possible touch point in a person's journey through life. And when it comes to customer experience, I think that basically just constitutes any interaction that you have with a brand.
I think a good customer experience just increases the well-being and happiness of the people that the brands and the companies are selling to. You know, in psychology, we talk about the arc of happiness, that fundamentally people need three things to be happy. They need a sense of autonomy, they need a sense of relatedness, that they're connected to people, and they need a sense of competence. And where brands can really add value is when they actually work, rather than think about all our product features. So how can you help on the arc of happiness, autonomy, relatedness, competence?
I think customer experience will be a key disruptor and differentiator. It will be disruptive in a way because you will change the way organizations think, the way they are organized in my view, and you will become much more interdisciplinary, especially for older organizations. How do you work together on a common goal? I would advise a marketer to work with the entire organization on this. Older marketing organizations need to much more look into what technology can offer in order to create this experience, and to really holistically look at the journey of a customer and say, where are my touch points? How do I interact with the customer, and how do I use the information I have about the customer in order to create a superior customer experience?
I actually personally believe the customer experience pervades every single thing that a company does. And it has to be a part of the DNA of the company for you to set yourself apart. Not just limited to marketing. I think marketing is good, you make $10. I think if your company is truly customer centric, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. That's honestly the scale of difference between only thinking about marketing and thinking about every touch point that your brand would have.
Customer experience, it is in a way something that even can leverage marketing, because you have additional insights, knowledge that you get through, out of customer experience. On the other hand, I think marketing is super important because it's also about creating a vision and an idea, that you then actually try to bring to life. And I think by integrating consumer experience, you get additional insights, to make it actually work out at the end.
Digital technology is super important for the development of customer experience. The mistake, though, is to say, hey, we got a really great digital strategy. It's like we got a really great paper strategy. It's completely meaningless. We live in a world that doesn't have digital or offline silos. Where digital technology can really help is by enhancing the experience of people in real life.
I think that there are two primary benefits to obsessing incessantly about customer experiences, and the first one is customer love, right? Deeper loyalty, likelihood to recommend, net promoter scores, and along with love, the other thing is profit, hardcore profit. I think that people misunderstand that we're doing user experience just to make people happy. And yes, we should make our consumers happy, but for me, obsessing about user experience solves for these two important things: customer love and company profit. And you can solve for both of those by obsessing about it.
Advice for the future of UX strategy is to from a marketing perspective, is don't necessarily behave as a marketer. So it's actually understand that maybe most of your investment needs to go in really understanding the journey, the sort of customer journey. And that doesn't necessarily have to relate directly to your brand within that sector. Just sort of spend time and money and effort thinking about how people live. So if you can spend your time as a marketer trying to simplify life for people, that's marketing. It might not feel, in this sort of classic definition of marketing, but if you're the recipient from a consumer perspective, that's the way you want to interact with the brand. You want kind of very personalized, intuitive experience that they can offer you.